Good news. At Roxanne's hotel, there's a room in an adjacent wing that looks directly into Annie Boland's office.
And that's how the killer knew what Roxanne was wearing the night of the murder. See, she rented the room and she watched Annie press the dress.
Actually, we figured that much out thanks to Charlie.
Who rented the room?
Well, we know that it was a woman. She stayed one night and she paid cash. She registered under the name of Jane Johnson. They only remember that she wore a scarf and sunglasses.
But when we talked to the maid who cleaned the room after she checked out, she said she remembered one thing vividly.
Whoever stayed in that room was a smoker. The maid said the wastebasket was full of cigarette butts. She remembered it vividly because that room's on a non-smoking floor.
Della, find out the date of Ted Maine's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Ken, talk to the maid. Find out what brand that woman smoked.
Right away. Barry, tomorrow's Della's birthday, you know.
I'm trying to keep it a secret.
What'd you get her?
Remember, I'm also keeping that a secret.
I could have gone to my network with all of this, you know.
Yes, I know.
You're not surprised that I didn't?
No. I am pleased. Barry. You and Ted Maine were engaged to be married. Is that right, Ms. Rand?
Yes, it is.
How long had you known him?
We met about a year ago when Rand Cosmetics became the sole sponsor of his show.
You became engaged when?
Within a month. We fell in love almost instantly.
And after he published this book in which he described his affairs with various women in extensive detail, how did you feel about him then?
I still loved him. All those affairs happened long before he met me.
You didn't feel angry or resentful?
Of course not. It was ancient history.
Isn't it also ancient history that you suffer from a psychotic kind of jealousy?
Objection. Relevancy.
Sustained.
Your birthday's when, Ms. Rand?
August 7th.
Ted Maine's birthday?
April 24th.
So, according to astrology, he was a
Taurus.
Taurus. Taurus the bull. You believe in astrology, don't you, Ms. Rand?
It's harmless fun.
Last year for his birthday, didn't you give Ted a present? A ceramic bull, identical to this one?
Yes, I gave Ted a statue like that, yes.
Where were you the night your fiancé was murdered, Ms. Rand?
I was home, alone.
Your Honor, I have no more questions of this witness, but I reserve the right to recall her at a later time. Mr. Kelly, what time did you go on duty as night manager at the Hotel Sinclair on March 19th?
3 p.m. sharp. I'm never late. Never.
Is it true that room 1502 in the east wing of the Hotel Sinclair has a view towards the south wing where your luxury suites are located?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Do you recall who checked into that room on March 19th?
Yes, sir. She called herself Jane Johnson.
You say called herself. You had reason to doubt her name?
Well, she insisted on paying cash. She refused to show any identification or credit cards. She wore dark sunglasses and a high scarf. Well, you know, like a celebrity or something.
Can you describe her in any other way?
Yes. She was about 5'6" tall, dark hair, excellent figure, marvelous perfume.
Would you say she was about the same size as Laura Rand? That's the woman sitting just in back of the prosecutor.
Yes.
But you can't positively identify her?
No, sir.
No. Mr. Hartman, you have in your hand Defense Exhibit 15, a knife like the one used to kill Ted Maine. Is it true that you sell those at your hunting shop?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Do you recall selling a knife like that to a woman on the 19th of March?
Yes, definitely the afternoon of the 19th it did.
What makes you so sure?
Well, Mr. Mason, I sell a lot of handguns to women, but a knife like this, I hardly ever sell one of these to a woman. So I remember it clearly.
Can you describe the woman?
She's built real nice. She had a sexy perfume, you know, the kind that drive most guys a little crazy. But like I told you before, she had dark shades and a scarf on, so I really didn't see her face too clearly.
Your Honor, I recall Laura Rand. Ms. Rand, you were a guest at the Hotel Sinclair the night of the murder?
No.
Have you ever visited the Hotel Sinclair?
No. Never.
Have you ever visited Mr. Hartman's hunting supply store?
No. Never.
Your Honor, I fail to see the point of any of this line of questioning. This is all baseless, and Mr. Mason is wasting the court's time.
Your Honor, once again, I reserve the right to recall Ms. Rand and now call Police Lieutenant Brock. Lieutenant Brock, you are and have been stipulated to be a recognized expert in criminalistics, are you not?
That is correct.
Did you recently have the opportunity to examine the desk register and room 1502 at the Hotel Sinclair?
Yes, at your request, I examined both of those areas for fingerprints.
Did you also check and examine the front counter area of Hartman's hunting supply store for fingerprints?
Yes, I did, Mr. Mason.
Were you able to locate and identify any legible prints?
As you can imagine, there were quite a few full and partial prints which were discovered. Of these, we took only the clear, full prints and matched them with our known exemplars.
Were you able to identify those prints, Lieutenant?
The matched prints belong to Laura Rand.
Now I ask you, on the night of March 19th, did you not go to your fiancé's penthouse and murder him, knowing Roxanne Shields would be blamed?
No. I loved Ted. Why would I kill him?
Mr. Molansky, according to the sworn testimony Marie Danton gave in this courtroom, she had an affair with Ted Main, not in June of 1990 as he contended in his book, but in June of 1991, while he was engaged to you. He lied to you, didn't he? You became jealous, insanely jealous. How many other women had he lied about? How many? A statue identical to the one you'd given Ted Main was found 10 feet from his body, broken into hundreds of pieces. Now, how did that happen, Ms. Rand?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
We show you a blow-up from page 94 of Main's book. It's a picture of Ted and Marie Danton. Now, if you look closely, you can see the statue you gave him in the background. It's not in any other picture, just that one. You certainly realize the significance of that, did you not? Ted Main had had an affair after he met you, maybe several. That made you insanely jealous, did it not? Roxanne Shields' statement on television gave you the perfect person to frame. You were insanely jealous of her, too, were you not? So, you went to his penthouse that night, disguised as Roxanne Shields. You stabbed him to death, and you smashed the statue. The present you'd given him, you smashed it to bits. Ironic, isn't it, Ms. Rand? The loving present you'd given him is one of the things that trapped you.
Mr. Mason. Do you want to know what is really ironic? Ted's ego. If he hadn't included Marie Danton in that book, I never would have known. Oh, but he just had to include her pictures. Oh. He just couldn't resist flaunting one last conquest. I think men get what they deserve. Don't you?
dismiss, Your Honor.
Defense certainly concurs.
Motion is granted. Bailiff is instructed to take this witness into custody. This court is adjourned.
Isn't he wonderful?
I think so.
Harry?
So, what about that charity dinner?
You just named the day, and I am there. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Della.
Oh, good luck, dear.
Thank you all. Thank you. Oh.
Wait,
Hold on. Where are you going?
that is one murderer I happen to be on a first-name basis with any luck, and I'm going to get an exclusive.
Well, I thought maybe we could have lunch.
Are you kidding? Dinner. Meet me at the station at 6:30.
I'm not waiting till 6:30.
What's this?
Present.
For whom?
For you.
Thank you.
Put it away.
Oh. Oh, they're gorgeous.
Next fall, we'll take a trip to where those grew up.
Oh. Got it. How did you know?
Who's the greatest detective in the world?
Sherlock Holmes.
Happy birthday.
What should you take now that allergy season is here? Now the name you trust also helps you stand up to your worst allergies with Tylenol Allergy Sinus.
What's awesome? Tubular radical. Wow. New glow-in-the-dark bandit brand bandit. It's now. On your hand, on your nose, in the dark. It glows. It's bad. It's rad. It's easy to see. I'm stuck on bandit. Bandit's stuck on me.
Your breakfast, sir.
This new Kellogg's Frosted Bran is quite sensible. Crispy flakes with whole wheat and bran, lightly frosted for a taste that's delicious. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love it. And new Kellogg's Frosted Bran has less sugar than you'd imagine, but the taste, it's out of...
We've got to stop serving this.
New Kellogg's Frosted Bran, wildly delicious, sensibly good.
Good morning.
In a nationwide survey, 5 times as many homeowners said Century 21 could do the most to help you sell a home. Now, why do you suppose that is? Call Century 21 and see why we're preferred 5 to 1.
There are ways to tell if Crystal is high quality and ways to tell if a hot dog is. One is if it plumps. Ballpark Beef Franks do. Always made with fresh, lean, 100% beef. Ballpark, the standard by which all hot dogs should be judged.